468 words about Impact Site and 25 red Pikmin. Published originally on my website, accordionsprout.com, December 18th, 2023. Olimar wakes to discover his ship has crashed. The parts have been scattered across this alien planet, and he must find a way to return home. During a quick exploration, he finds the red onion, which produces a single seed, which turns out to be one red Pikmin. This alien has 2 eyes, a sharp nose, and a tall stalk growing from its head that ends with a single green leaf. The rest of the level becomes about learning how to grow more Pikmin, how to lead them, how to give them commands, and finally discovering the engine of the ship. I note it's a rather cute narrative design structure that the engine is the first machine part found, while the Pikmin are really the engine that pushes Olimar's original journey. But that's it. There's no enemy NPC, non-playable character, that could pose a threat to Olimar or the Pikmin. The first level of Pikmin, a region known as Impact Site, is structured to prevent loss. There are no monsters that will eat, crush, stomp, drown, incinerate, or destroy the Pikmin Olimar finds in this region. When I return to this region, there are a few monsters that can pose a threat, but by then I know how to handle that. The first few minutes of Pikmin are about producing at least 25 red Pikmin that follow you around in precise formation, their eyes fixed on Olimar awaiting orders. In the levels to come, they will continue to follow him without question, even if it leads to their own destruction. Impact Site is not about challenging the player. It's about making those 25 Pikmin and learning how they work, how they can be used. Narratively speaking, there's a selfishness to Olimar's use of Pikmin because, while he's fascinated with them, he still sees them as tools for his escape from a deadly situation. He'll set Pikmin against monsters and natural elements that can and will destroy them. Loss is inevitable. Some Pikmin are going to die. As a player, I know these are just 3D sprites, models that don't exist outside of my screen. But Pikmin are cute, damn it, and their selflessness is part of their enduring appeal. But is it selflessness? The first 25 Pikmin show the start of a symbiotic relationship that will grow. Olimar needs Pikmin to fight monsters and find ship parts, and the Pikmin need him to increase their number and have someone who can give them orders. It's a relationship of mutual need that blossoms into something great. In the ideal ending, Olimar leaves the Pikmin, his ship complete, and I watch a cutscene showing a mob of Pikmin fighting a grub dog on their own. The threat of loss is no longer an issue. The Pikmin are ready to fight on their own. Joshua Jammer Smith, December 18th, 2023. Thank you so much for listening. I do appreciate it. Well, for starters, let's talk about this and what this is and whether or not there will be more of these. I guess the answer to all of these questions is I don't know, and I don't have a flipping clue. I disappeared from YouTube for a while because YouTube took down my account for some reason, and it's literally only been in the last 2 months that they decided to bring it back. Again, I have no explanation for this. I just woke one morning and suddenly my YouTube was back. So, huzzah! Now, as for what this project is, anybody who was following my channel before this time will recognize that this is about a video game and not about a comic. That's because, for whatever reason, my intellectual energies have begun to shift over to video games. As such, I've started writing about video games. In fact, as I noted in the beginning, I have a website called accordionsprout.com. I'll post a link to it in the description below, and that's where I write essays about video games. There isn't a overarching philosophical goal with this right now. I'm just sort of pursuing my current intellectual energy. It may become something new. It may be something that I drop in a year's time once I become bored with it, or else my brain decides to move somewhere else. But whatever the case, I'm here. I'm obsessed with video games and I'm writing about them. So where does this come into play? Well, I've been writing essays, and whenever I write them, I will always read them out loud. This kind of is my way of getting the beats of the essay, figuring out where the paragraph structures need to go, how I need to arrange the words on the page, because I don't care what anybody says. the way words appear on a page, or in this particular case, on a screen, really does matter and can psychologically impact a reader. But reading them out loud is probably the most important part. So at some point, I thought, I'm kind of already reading these out loud. So why not just record myself reading them and then maybe post that up on the internet? Maybe someone would like them because, hey, maybe somebody doesn't want to read a 4,000 word essay about Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, or Cyberpunk 2077, or Popeye for the NES, Who knows? But I decided to start off with a series I've been doing called Under 500 Words, where, as the title suggests, I write 500 words, or at least something under that, about a video game, whether some element of the video game, an NPC, what have you. 468 words about Impact Site and 25 Red Pikmin is the first essay in that series. I'm probably going to try and record all of my under 500 word essays and post them up on YouTube. I don't know when I'll be doing that, so if you have subscribed to my channel, you'll get an update when that happens. If you stumbled across this by accident, hello, how do you do? I'm Jammer, and I'm a nerd. That's all I got for you. Anyway, like I said, I will be posting these regularly. If you enjoyed this video, I know everybody always does this, but please like, share, subscribe. It's the least you can do to help me out, and it really does help because YouTube doesn't really care who you are, just as long as people are clicking your stuff. So please click all the buttons until YouTube goes okay, or whatever. Likewise, as before, I have a Patreon for this. This is kind of a general Patreon because I use this for my website, I use it for my visual art, I use it for YouTube. So, if you like what I'm doing, whether it be my art, these videos, or the stuff I'm doing right now on Accordion Sprout, please, please, please feel free to go to my Patreon. I have only one tier. It's a $1 a month tier. So if you've got a buck this month that you don't mind throwing away, or if you've got $12 this year that you don't mind parting with, every little bit helps. And I only do $1 because I don't have any cool things like behind the scenes or sticker promotions or anything like that. I'm just a dude writing stuff and throwing it out onto the internet and hoping somebody enjoys it. Or in this case, talking into a, well, I don't have the specific brand of the microphone in front of me, but next time I will. Anyway, if you like it, please consider throwing me a buck. And if not, very least, I hope you found something about this video that you enjoyed. Please stay tuned and hey, go play some video games.